I'm not gonna hurt you. Wendy, darling, light of my life. I'm not gonna hurt you. No, you didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. End scene. Subscribe to Galactic Reviews, cause we lit, baby.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Galactic Reviews. This week we watched Wonder Woman, and today I am joined by Payson, Andrew, and our guest star, Clayton. So let's go ahead and jump on into our trivia game. Question 1. What is Wonder Woman's name? Let's go with Andrew first.
I have Diane Prince.
Okay. Clayton?
Diana Prince.
That's
And then
that's how
Payson?
it works. I put Diana Prince on my wonderful napkin here.
I love it.
Okay, great.
All right. Yes, you're all correct.
But he said Diane.
Well,
I did say Diane.
That is a different
but you got the
name.
last name right. So,
No, that's a no. That's a no.
all right. You were gonna win like Ethan did that one
I
day.
had Diana, but I erased it because I was like, Diana.
You should have gone
Yeah.
with your gut.
And I went Diane.
All
You should
right.
have gone with your first answer.
I should have.
Next question. What is the name of the island that all the Amazons live?
I took a class in college on the history of comic books.
Right. Payson, we'll start with you.
Themyscira. After hearing what he said about him being a part of him taking comic books in a college course, I like you a lot more, sir.
Your standards were apparently really low at first.
Yeah.
All right.
Themyscira. That's what I put.
Clayton.
Themyscira / Paradise Island.
That's right. That's
And-
right, yeah.
The mascara.
Okay. Yes, correct.
The best part of the makeup look, the mascara.
I like that, Andrew.
I almost
Okay.
remember wrong.
What is the name of Diana's mother?
We're not penalized for spelling, right?
No. If you
If
watched
we
this,
were-
Zach would have lost all the time.
I really would. Clayton, we'll start with you.
Okay. Queen Hippolyta.
Correct.
I put Hippolyta.
And Andrew?
Queen Mom.
As much as I love the answer,
Mm,
I can't accept it.
good, you shouldn't.
Next question. Who is the enemy that Diana fights against in this movie? Like the main villain.
Yeah.
So, Andrew,
Aries.
Payson,
I put Ares. I don't know if
and Clayton.
it's not good.
Ares.
Yes, correct. What is the name of the bioweapon that is being made during this movie? Okay. Payson, we'll be starting with you.
Okay. I put a hydrogen-based mustard gas because that's what it was intentionally made for. I do not remember the specific name, however, but that was what
that-
it was referred to as.
Yes, that is fine. Andrew,
Hydrogen-based gas.
hydrogen-based gas?
Yeah.
I'll come back to you. Clayton,
I also put hydrogen-based mustard gas.
the thing is, Andrew, I want to give it to you, but you don't have like the key principle, like the key name that I was looking for,
Gotcha.
which was mostly just the mustard gas. Because yes, you're right, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel really bad though.
Okay. No, I was for some reason I thought mustard was the compound that they were saying it was normally made with. I was confusing it with sulfur, which they said it's it's a hydrogen-based mustard gas instead of sulfur. I thought it was a hydrogen-based gas instead of mustard.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Gotcha.
All right. What is the name of the scientist that created the mustard gas? Clayton. What you got?
I gave two names. I believe they are both correct. Dr. Isabel Marou and
Mhm.
Dr. Poison.
Okay. And Payson?
I just put Dr. Poison.
And Andrew?
Dr. Poison.
Correct. All right. Now, this one has two answers. It's name me two of the weapons that she has. Okay. Andrew.
So okay, I got Lasso of Truth, and then I got the pointy sword of death.
Okay. Payson.
I got the God Killer sword and Lasso of Truth. They did not call it Lasso of Truth in the movie, however, so I was trying to figure out what the name was, but essentially it's a lasso.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same name.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Clayton.
Lasso of Hestia. I don't
Mhm.
know if you can see that. And then the God Killer sword.
Wait,
Cool.
that's what its actual name was?
Yeah.
Yeah, God Killer.
Because I thought of that. I'm like, no, that's too obvious. That she was the god. No.
Well, that was the whole reason for that. Her
I'm so
trying to
sorry.
put the sword into Ares was
Yeah,
because she
the
thought
whole
it was the God Killer sword.
yes. According to this movie, who is Diana's father? Payson, we'll start with you.
I put Zeus.
Okay. Andrew
Zeus.
and Clayton.
Zeus / no father.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, my last question. During what time period does this movie take place?
Yeah.
All right. Clayton, we'll start with you today.
World War I / blank.
And Andrew
That was World War II.
and Payson.
World War One.
Okay, so Andrew, I'm disappointed to say, but excited at the same time that you lost. I'm excited to hear just how good you sing. With that, everyone, the punishment is that Andrew will be singing the Wonder Woman theme song. So tune in for that. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and hop right into the discussion. So first off, I want to know each of your opinions on the movie, how well it was made. Did you overall enjoy it? And, well, I'm suppose you'll go in more details. I'll leave Andrew to his own devices right now. Payson, why don't we start with you?
All right. I thought it was a good film for Wonder Woman, at least. It kind of, I would say it kind of harkened to the roots of Wonder Woman in the sense of clay was, I believe, the first. Her being sculpted out of clay was one of the, I believe, was either one of the first or the first iterations of her origins, which I thought was a good nod to the origins of Wonder Woman. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a very good film. I wish Ares would have looked better with the black, just complete black face and red eyes.
What are you talking about? I
mean,
love that actor. He is a wonderful, wonderful man.
I like that actor too, but it was just wish
So
he would have looked more like.
Would you have chosen someone else?
No. I'm just saying, like, I wish, like, when he went into full Ares from like the comics looking during that whole scene, I wish that it would have gone completely his face would have been completely darkened out by the helmet, and you could see his red eyes. I wish that was.
Okay.
You're talking
What
about
they
like
tried to do.
you wanted him to look more like the Injustice.
No, I wanted him to look more like the comics Ares.
I get it. I know what you mean now. Okay.
But yeah, kind of like Injustice, Andrew. I liked. They showed every one of these characters seemed to have a little bit more of a story with them, especially when they went into the three other guys that they ended up getting: the Chief, Charlie, and then Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
They all seemed to have relatively decent stories that they could easily, if they wanted to, make a comic book on and expand on them. They seemed to, if they wanted to, they could have done that.
Yeah.
It was, and unlike Black Panther, you didn't have to get a whole bunch of flashbacks from the previous movie that introduced her to understand what was going on.
Well, this was also
Yeah,
one
okay.
of the first, so Black Panther was
I
pretty far
understand.
along.
I understand, but
I mean,
you
technically,
see where I'm coming from, though.
I get
technically,
it.
this whole movie was a flashback.
Yeah,
You got
Yeah.
a point. You got a good
but
point.
I mean, like, it wasn't a flashback to a previously already seen movie.
Yes,
The
What
flashback
do you-
was the movie. In a
yes.
sense. So.
Okay, I get it. All right, Clayton, what about you?
Well, as I've told you, Zachary, this is it's in my top 5 favorite superhero films. I should reiterate that, or not reiterate, just say it again.
Clarify.
Say it again. Superhero films, not top 5 favorite films of all time.
Yeah,
That-
that's
that-
completely understandable.
That's a
Mhm.
different list, but
They're a much better list.
yeah. But yeah, I love this movie. I think it's great as far as representation goes, which is very important. I think it does a very good job, and this is 100% Patty Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
It does a really good
Honestly,
job.
she was wonderful for this.
Yes, she was. But it does a really good job of making ugly things look pretty, if that makes sense.
Which
'Cause-
honestly is kind of the gist of Wonder Woman, in a way. It-
Well,
it-
well, I'm talking about like just like the concept of like World War
No.
One, like it's
Well,
a very ugly
okay,
thing.
no,
But
yeah,
like,
you have a point. But like in Wonder Woman's mind, she always seems to find like the bright side of something. Not really in this movie, but well, yes,
Well,
in
no,
this
At
movie.
the
But,
beginning, she seemed very like
Yeah.
she thought everybody was good, and it was just Ares that
Mhm.
was the problem. Whereas later on in the movie, she progresses into the
kind of a cynicism.
Yeah.
I think,
yeah, but then at the very end of the movie, she realizes again
yeah.
that
But you also realize that takes her a little bit of time to get there
Well, yes.
because what she's
Well,
saying
yes.
is she knows that now, but you don't know how long it took, which
Yeah.
will make it very interesting to see Wonder Woman 1984. So.
yes.
if she's still struggling with that, you mean?
I mean, she might possibly be, because
Well, from like what I've seen about 1984 is that she doesn't really use her sword and shield all that much,
well, I mean, her
except
sword
for
got
very
broken.
few fights. Well, true, but
But like, I thought that this whole movie, like her arc, was her discovering that you should see the good in people,
mhm,
be like through their badness, not just like inherent goodness.
yes,
Because like that's how she starts, is just seeing, oh, the people, everyone's good, everyone's good, everyone's good. It's all Aries. But then as the movie goes along, she's still seeing that good in people, but she's
Mhm.
seeing it in spite of the evil. If that makes
Yes.
sense.
Yes.
And something that has to happen in 1984, and it's something I'm very worried about. They have to come up with a reason. Okay, why didn't she intervene in World War II? Or
because
she,
conflict with Marvel.
yeah.
She heard there was 2 shields is one too many.
Exactly.
But why didn't she intervene in World War II,
Well,
Vietnam,
didn't they
etc.?
describe that after this battle, she kind of after losing Steve, she kind of lost her will
Yeah.
in a
Yeah,
way.
but then why 1984? Like 1984
Well,
has to
no,
be
you have a point.
something.
Yeah.
Well, from
And
what I've heard, it's supposed to be about Maxwell Lord giving people what they want, and what she wants is Steve Trevor back, and that's why you see him come back after like 70 years, not aging. But we don't know how he does it. We also don't, which explains where Cheetah gets her power and stuff from the
Mhm.
trailer. But we also don't know a whole lot of stuff. So, but yeah, it ought to be
which is
very
good. I like I
She's
like that so far that we don't know very much about it.
Yes.
yeah.
she's
We just-
avenging the death of Gandhi. Gandhi died in 1984. He was murdered.
There you go. That's the whole plot of the movie. We
That
just-
or she's fighting the AIDS breakout. It's one of the two.
Um, but another thing
Very
1984 has to
important.
cover.
I googled 1984 significant events, and those were two of the top ones.
Another thing that 1984 has to cover is Diana's transformation from her being so hopeful and seeing the good in people to being a non-interventionist that we
Mhm.
see in Batman v Superman.
Yes.
Because when Batman v Superman rolls around, she's like, nope, I'm just a history curator. I'm just doing my thing. Humanity's
And that's
not good
that's
anymore.
pretty much how she was in the beginning of this movie before the flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only
Well,
reason
in-
she intervened was because of the picture.
Yeah, and wasn't it Bruce Wayne that ended up enticing her into joining Batman v into coming into the battle of Batman v Superman, as well as Justice League?
Yeah.
Not so much
Yeah.
just because it was a whole bunch of green people, and it was just the two of them that had been superheroes for a decent amount of time. So,
Mhm.
I mean,
The mentioning the history curator makes me think of how difficult it must be to be basically immortal, in like modern society at least, because you'd have to think what every 20, 30 years she'd either have to go missing or move or basically erase her current identity and move to another place and work inconspicuously enough where she wouldn't be noticed.
Yeah.
That just seems like a
Yeah,
whole process.
but
Because if she
I'm
just
sure
moves
she
across
has-
town,
Sure, but I'm sure she has a lot of practice, and then again, with her
Yeah.
abilities and skill set, anyways, she can more than definitely make that
or
a
maybe
reality.
since she ended up helping the Allies get from win World War One, in a sense, maybe they've given her the opportunity of okay, we can do some stuff for you, just as long as you're.
Well, that and the government technically would have known about her,
Yeah,
so they probably helped support it in some way.
yeah.
Would they have though? I mean, because
Well, let's be honest. She killed.
I mean, maybe not at that
Ares.
point because, as you saw in the movie, they were all very skeptical about it. But
Well, true.
at some point, they would have opened up more to the idea and been more okay. We either get them on our side, or we're gonna have to do all kinds of stuff just to be in case that they are gonna come and attack us. So
Yeah.
it's more on get them on our side before they come and get on our enemy side.
Now, another thing I want to see in the new movie is the invisible jet. I just want to see it. Well, I technically won't be able to see it, but I want to know that it's there.
you want to see her floating in midair.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is baffling because can't she fly?
Yeah,
Like-
Yeah.
it's kind of like in Justice League Unlimited when Flash gets a van and he can run at super speeds, but he
Oh, yeah.
goes and buys himself a van. You know,
It's where he puts all like his tacos and stuff in.
his speed bars or whatever.
Yeah.
as someone who never read the Wonder Woman comics, where did that jet come from?
She made it.
Yeah. Okay.
Out of what? Where'd she find the material?
Yeah, because like
Well,
it's
she
invisible.
got okay. Well, the whole thing is, one, she has the boots of Hermes, which allows her to teleport back to the island and then back to anywhere pretty much in the world.
You don't see those used, but that'd be cool.
Well, those are in the
So
comic
she
books
just
and
clicks
stuff.
her heels in Dorothy. There's no place like home all the way back to Paradise Island.
Pretty
Pretty
much.
much.
Sweet.
So, she also has a few other items that she has. I can't remember all of them, but
So she's halfway between Batman and Superman, is what I'm hearing.
honestly, yeah. I mean,
Cool.
she was bestowed 5 gifts physically from the gods, and then I think she has 12 equipment from them.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Okay,
Wow. Nice.
I did a lot of research,
Yeah, no
Sweet.
and I
kidding.
probably got a lot of it wrong anyways.
That's why we have Clayton here to correct you.
I
And
mean,
as I'm sitting here, all I hear next to me is someone calling me a nerd.
What's going to be interesting with 1984 is that I want to see how they're going to put some of the like pop culture references from that era into there, because like
True.
Footloose, Ghostbusters, Gremlins, and The Legend of Tarzan were all, and Karate Kid, all came out in 84. And The Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones, all came out in 84.
All right.
So I kind of hope we see like posters in the background.
I mean,
This
we
is-
could, but then again, we don't know just how much.
That was a year for movies. Holy cow.
Yeah. I don't know.
it was a year for George Orwell too. So
Well, goodness gracious, that was a hole. I mean, it's not a bad book, but
it's a great book, but very off topic. So
Another interesting fact, the 5th most popular book from 1984 was The Butter Battle Book by Dr. Seuss.
nice.
wonderful book. I feel like we should discuss this during the 1984 discussion.
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah.
She wasn't
Yeah.
reading one of the top best books that year. She wasn't reading Dr. Seuss. She could have gotten some important battle strategy tactics from the Butter Battle Book.
Maybe that's how she won against Cheetah. We don't know yet.
There you go.
Unconfirmed. In a deleted scene, Diana Prince read what's it called
Director's
again?
cut.
The Butter
Yeah.
Battle Book.
The Butter Battle Book, and
It's only in the director's cut.
yes, the Patty Jenkins cut.
Yeah. That would be absolutely hilarious. Oh goodness. Is there anything you find in this movie that was unnecessary or unrealistic?
I didn't like Aries' physique.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
but I feel like that was the whole point
I mean, I guess so, but
for him to look.
he didn't look godly. Like, even for me, even kind of like his flashback and falling, he still didn't quite
Yeah.
look godly.
Well, especially when you see like flashbacks of like later on in
He still had his mustache.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, in I just went blank on the movie and the Justice League movie where you see flashbacks and you see all the gods fighting. He looks nothing like any of them.
Something that I personally don't like or don't prefer when like media or movies or shows do is when the hero unlocks or unleashes a new ability and all of a sudden just has the hang of it right away. That's just a personal
Yeah.
preference.
Yeah, I
That's
mean in the
understandable.
yeah,
That's
wasn't it
understandable.
in the comic books? Didn't she have someone specifically to train her in her abilities?
I mean
She
that's
might have, yeah.
that's in the movie too. I mean,
No, but like flying
No,
and
but-
reflecting lightning and
I mean, she had I believe it was Antiope or something.
And
that was
TF's
trained. Yeah, that
Well,
she
yeah.
was training him to. She was training her to fight, not necessarily use her abilities. Because you
Yes.
notice that as soon as she clipped her bracelets together, she
That was new.
That was new to everybody.
Yeah, like that's
Well,
different. That's
which
unlocking and not
baffles
knowing how to
me.
control it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
True.
But what I'm saying, I get what you're saying, Andrew. Yeah, that is kind of out of the blue.
Yeah. If you can, for me, I feel like if they implemented it more in the other battles, where you see her kind of testing it out more, or trying to figure it out more, or just getting better and better at them, and then she finally is like able to put these combos together in the final battle, that makes a little bit more sense. But all of a sudden, kind of going into this avatar state, without the explanation of the avatar state backing it, just kind of like, I wish there's a little bit more substance, but that's really just a personal preference.
Yeah. Well, also I would like to say that in all the times that you see her battling people, you never see her have to go into that much force until that moment when she's fighting Ares.
Yeah, that's also true.
So
Because by that time, all the other humans that she's fighting are significantly weaker than any Amazon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something I wanted from the final battle and that I didn't get, which I'm fine with, but I really wanted to see like a really cool sword fight.
Yeah.
Instead of like throwing debris at each other from across an airfield.
Just go watch the Star Wars Episode 9, the Rey Kylo fight.
That wasn't even a good one either.
I know.
Just watch like
know.
episode 3.
Yes.
Okay, that one's good.
Empire
Episode
Strikes
3 is
Back, 40th anniversary.
There we go.
Woot woot.
It's in theaters again.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yep.
And it'll sell just as much or more than it did
I think it's in like
when it came out. Now back to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, after that
that was my fault.
tangent.
That was my fault.
yeah,
This
yeah.
happens quite a lot,
It
which
really
is
does.
perfectly fine. Shoot.
I'm trying to think of some other unrealistic things that were kind of
Now,
just-
okay, how do you feel the relationship between Diana and Steve is? And like how, like the way he thinks of her and the way she thinks of him are two totally different things up until like the very end of the movie. And even at that point, I don't even think she really understands her feelings.
I kind of think that their relationship. Okay, I might be like way outfield here with this one, but I think their relationship is really inappropriate.
Okay.
how might that be?
In the sense that Diana is physically older, but like mentally she's essentially a child in our world.
Well, true. I mean, I don't want to say she was sheltered, but in a way she was. So, I mean, no, she was 100% sheltered because no one told her her origin in the first place.
But even
They
then,
told her part of her origin, to be fair.
even if she knew her origin, she would
Very
still be
little.
sheltered
Yeah.
because she's just
Yeah.
sheltered from the world. The whole
Well,
island
true.
was.
All the
Yeah.
Amazons were sheltered from the world.
And so like the whole scene
sense.
where they consummate like that, it made me kind of uncomfortable to see. Just
Yeah.
because
It didn't make sense to me. Their relationship didn't make sense to me.
yeah, because Diana just didn't see him like that. Like she saw, like I'm not calling her child or childish or anything like that.
No.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's
she was
the
also
lens that
raised
she
in-
had.
Yeah, it's also the way she was raised as well.
She
I mean-
was caught up in the moment, and she had never been in that sort of situation and known the consequences of certain things or the significance of certain things, especially in that time period. but I feel
Mhm.
like his view of her jumped the line between naive woman who doesn't understand the world and powerful, pretty.
Well,
Wow.
I'll say that, and
Uh,
one thing that really has a disadvantage on any man for Diana is two of the gifts bestowed upon her from the gods is one is from Aphrodite's, which is unrivaled beauty and a pure heart, and then the other one is from Hestia, which is the ability to persuade any man to see her ideals, pretty much.
all right.
Well, I will say this: I can understand where that's coming from, and they probably would have been able to do a lot more with it if they had prolonged some of the scenes where they were together. That probably would have been more helpful towards the relationship as
Maybe
it's
they
going on.
had in the world they had extra because
Yeah,
I mean they were spending nights and days and they were together almost 24/7. That's just not something we saw.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But like in a lot of the film classes I've taken, like it's still the job of the director to capture those moments that weren't shown.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe they have a director's cut that have all those moments that we just
I
don't
don't-
see. And
I don't think so. I mean,
I know, but
it's
But no, I don't mean like literally capture, like
Yeah.
follow them around like
yeah,
the
yeah,
entire
but like
time. I mean,
snapshots or
capture
just
that type of emotion.
emotions. Yeah,
I think they did that a little. The scene right before they danced together after they
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna
they
bring up
seemed
next.
closer than they definitely were on the boat.
Yeah,
They
That's a
definitely
good
had
point. Mhm.
more chemistry, whether it's platonic or anything more. They were closer as characters after that battle.
and
And
that
yeah.
could have happened
before
multiple
that.
times beforehand. Like when they were in London, all this other stuff, they had multiple chances where that could have been the case, and that might not have just been the one time that they were doing something like that. So I understand. I understand everybody's point. It's just if you think about it a little bit more, some stuff kind of clears up, but it's also that's just speculation. So
Yeah.
And we'll be able to see more, especially in the new movie, the
Right.
relationship between the two of them. And maybe some of it will be explained.
also it's going to be kind of flipped too, because in the first one she was somebody who knew nothing about that world coming into the world,
Oh,
and
well,
now
true.
he's coming back in. Now he's coming into the world, not knowing much about anything of that world. So it's
And
going to be
from
flipped
like
in the
from
situation.
some of the trailers I've seen, there's a lot of moments where
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, you don't do this anymore?"
Parachute pants. Everybody
Yeah.
parachute now.
Wait, hold on. I'm just watching I'm watching the trailer now. She does this thing where she whips out her lasso and then pulls herself like Spider-Man
Yeah, on
when
lightning.
she can fly.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know if she can fly in the movies at all.
Wait,
No,
she's
no,
spider
she
swinging on
no,
lightning.
she
That's
can
can?
fly. Yeah,
Yeah, she can't
Well,
fly.
this is it. Well, can she in 1984 though? I know she can in later ones, but I don't know if she can by this time.
she's been out of practice.
well, I mean, she hasn't been using her powers a
Well,
lot too.
Well, that
'Cause, I
and
mean-
maybe by the end of the movie she'll be able to, or you'll see it.
Yeah, possibly.
A lot of possibilities.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a lot of variables that we don't quite know.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
Like I
Just
Well, you can still use it.
keep going.
All right.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman. All the power waiting for you. Okay, there you go. And the power you possess. In your satin tights, fighting for your rights. And the old red, white, and blue. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Now the world is ready for you. And the wonders you can do. Make a hawk a dove. Stop Stop the war with love. Make the liars tell the truth. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, there's a keychain.
All right. No, I think that was amazing. Great job.
Thank you.
I like this punishment. I'm glad I chose it.
That was fine. I was vibing.
All right, everyone. Thank you for watching this week's episode. Thank you, Clayton, for joining us today. Next week is Payson's movie. So,
And we will be
What?
watching Tenet.
Tenet?
Yep.
All right. Well, then we will see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy this. And have a great day.